Greetings from Latvia. We are heavy thrash metal band Iron Wings, and you now watching Antichrist magazine. Yeah!
Our band was founded in 2016 and could be described as melodic, thrashy and loud with heavy thrash riffs and lots of interesting stuff in it.
About our band's name, there were many ideas how to call our band, but one time we came up with the idea of Iron Wings, which also sounds good in Latvian.
And the logo has 3 skulls in it to represent each of us. And the triangle is like a connection that represents us as a one whole unit.
Like many of us, I stay home as much as possible, but at the same time, I finally have free time to go out into nature, work with some unfinished projects, and work with my bandmate Dainis, the guitarist, with new Iron Wings music.
I also stayed home, but I had to work a lot, and I couldn't go out as much. But I still managed to visit the nature, not many public places, so it's very good.
Well, I stayed home, played guitar, drank some beers, nothing much else, bought a new car.
Welcome to the afterlife, place where all never start, place where dear cries to nothing. Welcome to the afterlife, you may scream.
The current situation is pretty good. In fact, there are not many, and almost 80% of those infected have recovered. And against the background of world statistics, we have a small number of deaths. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but now it's kind of evening out, like normalizing, and the restrictions have been put off for a while.
Yeah, we can finally practice.
The world starts to turn again. Personal thoughts about this situation is that I don't really have any much personal thoughts about
Don't give a fuck.
Because, like, I stay home. I didn't have a job before it started, and now I can't get a job because nobody's hiring. So yeah, I just stay at home, can't go to bar. But that's basically it. My thoughts are my life hasn't changed much.
What mostly sucks is that we can't go play anywhere, and yeah, mostly it's we can't go outside, which would be good for health and other reasons. But yeah,
Now we can.
now we can. Now it's getting
Yeah,
better.
now we can go drink beers
Yes!
and play some gigs. I hope so.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. Album Xenix, or in English The Poet, are 10-track album with concept story about poet's life, his decisions and struggles with his thoughts and contradictions in the ever-changing world.
Yeah, and the album is all in Latvian.
Latvian,
Yes.
yeah.
And the next one, hopefully, will be all in English.
Yeah. I like to say everyone can write a love song at least once in their lifetime, but it is much harder to write about things that people don't want to talk about. Lyrics are about situations of life, fight with yourself, society, and your thoughts.
The album's artwork is dark and minimalistic, which represents the poet's dark and suffering soul. And the album and the bone on the cover represents the depths which we are willing to go to
Present that darkness, that emotion.
Yeah.
It's important to have a label. Well, I think it helps a lot because nobody really takes a band seriously without a label behind them. And you can get gigs, but they don't pay well.
Yeah. At the same time, I think this question involves two types of answers. Because label deal could give you more opportunities, but at the same time imposes more obligations and rules. So I can say 50-50.
It's also quite possible to just do everything yourself, which is harder and it involves more of your own funds, but yeah.
But
50-50.
all the copyrights are yours.
Yes, that's a
That's
big plus.
Yeah.
We had gigs, and now we don't. Hopefully we will in autumn. Hopefully, very hopefully.
We're planning a couple of concerts in Estonia to begin with.
Right now, yeah.
And we had the whole mini tour presenting our new album released, but yeah, it kind of got screwed up because this whole situation, and we just released the album without no gigs.
Yeah. Something like that. The last concerts, my pedal board power plug came out of the socket and I lost my bass sound in the middle of the song. So yeah, in the first moment I think I burned down the bass amp.
I also
Okay.
had a pedal problem, which was that my second bass pedal disconnected from the first one. It was in the middle of the song. It was close to the end, so it was fine. So yeah, then we fixed it.
I have had many fails. Many. All including water and beer.
Oh no.
One time I spilled the beer on my pedal board, one time I spilled the water on my pedal board. And it's not a fail, but my biggest fear is it would be a fail if my fucking string breaks. Because the tremolo system on guitar, if your string breaks, you're fucked if you don't have a replacement guitar.
That's why we
So,
have it.
Yeah, now we have it, but for a long time I played, before even this band, I played gigs with no backup guitar. And that was number one stressful situation, and if it would happen, it would just end the gig.
Yeah, by the poet.
Very good.
Okay, new recently released album, which I really like. Well, it was Children Bottom's album Hexed, but that was the previous year. No, this year Nightwish released an album called Human Earth, I think. And it's a really interesting and cool album. They have really symphonic stuff, like more symphonic than they had before. And it's a double album. You get the symphonic metal tracks and you get the orchestra tracks, like classical music tracks also. Really like that.
How about you?
Well, I'm gonna say it will be from the last year, and it's gonna be the Baroness' latest album, Golden Grey. And it's a very impressive album. I like it a lot. But most importantly, it introduced me to Baroness, so that's like the biggest point for that album for me.
Alright. For me, it's older stuff. Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. Why? Because this album includes one of my favorite songs, Kashmir, and because Led Zeppelin have the magical sound, the atmosphere, and don't have any other band. So yeah.
It isn't recently released though. It's like quite old.
Yeah.
Old stuff is better. Say what you
Yeah.
want. It's a fact. Get shit done on our next album.
Yeah, we've been working hard, making new songs, finishing up old songs. Hopefully, we get to the studio soon and record some of them.
So
Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
That's
Stay
it.
tuned and see you soon.